I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, survive. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Happy birthday, everyone. Please hit that thumbs up button as we're rolling in. Started.
I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never send, 'cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time.
Found yourself away out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here.
Well, hello, my sweeties. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon or morning or night, wherever you are. Today is September 5th, 2024. It is 12:08 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much. Jessica, thank you so much, my dear. Really appreciate you. Truly do. Thank you. You made my day, Jessica. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. How's everyone doing? I really don't have anything planned to talk about. I just thought I would come on and speak a little bit. A lot's been going on YouTube. I don't get to watch a lot of people on YouTube. I'm generally really busy. I went to work for a couple hours this morning and I came home. And I didn't really have much to do. So tomorrow's going to be nuts though. But anywho, it is morning, not night. Well, it might be night. It's night somewhere. It is night somewhere. It is night somewhere. Um, and things have just been crazy, but I think there is sort of a shift um, happening in the Sebastian Rogers case. Brenda, thank you, my dear, for 2 months. Really do appreciate that. My Justin and Teacup, thank you, my dear. And so like the thing with Dog the Bounty Hunter has been amazing. I really believe that. Um, I think he will hopefully be able to look at things that, there are some things that we have advantages of as citizens that we can look at and speak about that law enforcement can't, right? And he knows what he's doing. And I've noticed a little bit of a shift more toward people, I guess, being more supportive with Seth in a way. But I also think that has made other sides, this thing is going to make my nose run, this fan, sorry, um, go out really hard, right? 1 second. And I think, it's just been crazy. It has just been crazy. There were things said on YouTube the last few days. People send me clips or, you know, people's told me, and I'm just like literally gobsmacked about how the things people have said. Allergies are horrible right now. Yeah, and I'm recovering from the Rona, and so it's like really nasty, really nasty. I think what Dog will do a great job since his wife died. He seemed more determined to help others. Yeah, I mean, I think it's there's I don't think anybody should, like, how can you not support someone who is searching for a child, right? Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Reality. Thank you, baby. Thank you for gifting a teacup. If you received that teacup, thank our dear Reality. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate you. Um, welcome to the tea party. Hey, Canadian. Good to see you all. Mag, Jana, Ninny, and Misty Moon, Robin, Guidance. Hello, everyone. And Alicia, hello. So I hope that really helps. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about this truth serum. Truth serum. I think they're making it a bigger deal and a lot of drama than what it should be. Um, it's not like they go chase you down and give you truth serum. Uh, and furthermore, it's nothing that they're going to do anyways. Um, however, um, when it is done, the CIA did it, and there's been a lot of studies done on it. And with those, it's some people say like the truth serum, you tell more, it works on the receptors in the brain, uh, where you're not as likely to um, virtually give a damn really about your lies. Yeah, and he's never going to use it. You're exactly right, reality. And people are making a bigger deal out of it. Now, I'll tell you what, it has to be administered by a doctor. Number one, you have to sign papers. Number two, number three, it can never, ever, 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 ever be held against you in a court of law. Um, it cannot go against you in any way. Someone could tell us the crime verbatim from their lips, and it would never go against them. Now, you could say they could tell us what they did, and then you could find the crime, right? Uh, but like a guilty person might not want to do that, but it can't be held against you at all. Um, so there's that. I figured PR tactics to scare tactics, but what did you say? I had other thoughts I won't say here. People are making such a big deal out of it. Just dogs, entourage rolling up, CP's neighborhood. I sure wish I could see troopers. I know. I know. And you know, I have seen such, I'll be honest with you, I have seen, if Betty, she said things before, right? That's a little out there in my opinion. But the things that I have heard in the last few days, there is nothing like I have ever, ever, ever heard on YouTube before. Um, haven't I been saying this for years that they should give him true serum? Well, I mean, if you're innocent, it's what's there to worry about, right? What's there to worry about? Now, I don't know. I try to put myself in that position, and if there was like, if I was in that situation, right? And someone thought I might be guilty about doing something to a family member, right? Um, well, there's risk with any medication. Yep. There's risk with any medication. Any medication. A lot of the some of the medication you get in before surgery, all of that. Um, would I take it just to clear my name? It's alcohol does very similar things. It's not as obviously as potent, but it does lower the inhibitors in your brain. Um, it's medical reasons only. I mean, could someone prescribe it? Um, yeah, yeah. Um, and if what use it for, I mean, you can use a lot of things for off labels, right? But I don't believe Mr. Foot has done a lie detector test personally. I've never thought he's done a lie detector test. There If he did, there would have been no reason for him not to do a lie detector to test on Nancy Grace's. Katie may have done a lie detector test. Seth definitely did a lie detector test. We know that. Oh, really? YouTuber? That's nice. That's nice. Um, That's my fear, always going under and coming out, because I know everyone doing my first. Yeah, yeah. Like, you don't know what you're saying in anesthesia, right? Um, and that's part of it. You don't know what you're saying, that because you are essentially, uh, I mean, you're going to say things that aren't true, and you will say things that are true, and that's where. And by the way, when they've done these studies in the past on the different types of truth serums, some have worked, some have not. Regardless, they are always filmed, uh, completely filmed, from the time you or administered the medicine, uh, onward. But I don't know. Uh, if CP took a poly and passed, he would make sure you knew it, in my opinion. Well, he says he took a polygraph, but he also, uh, was very deceptive in itself on day 7 when he said he took a polygraph, right? Like, literally day 7, his first interview, he was deceptive about taking a polygraph, right? That says something in itself, if you ask me. It is also deceptive that he told Nancy Grace that he would take a polygraph and didn't, but says TBI now, says he could take a polygraph, right? Um, so it's you would be hard pressed to find a doctor that would prescribe the things of listed prescription. Well, a lot of them are used for depression, trauma, um, that are some of them are still used today, especially for people in war. Uh, so, I mean, some of the barbiturates, are used with, uh, therapy and stuff. See something, say it's like it's really weird. It's really, yeah, PTSD, yeah. A couple of them are barbiturates. Truth finding, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna find it for truth finding, if you but, if you told them you had anxiety, which what parent wouldn't have anxiety with not having a child, or depression or something? So, coming out of I hate coming out of anesthesia. I mean, I love coming out of anesthesia. Don't forgive me, Lord, for saying that. I love coming out of anesthesia, but the I get so sick. I have such a sensitive stomach. I'm just like, the last time a few years ago when I came out of anesthesia, I was like so sick, and I had just had, uh hiatal hernia surgery done, and I had like a mesh put, uh down here so I wouldn't have like the heartburn and stuff that I was having. And I remember just getting out of surgery, and I was in the hospital bed, and I drawled up like like this, and I was like, "Give me something, I'm gonna throw up everywhere." And they were like, "We've given you the maximum." I'm like, "Give me fucking more." I'm not a good patient. I'm really not a good patient. Uh, read the writing on the wall. Not that dog is the case is on the case. The, guilty will scramble to cover the tracks. Well, that's what we see, Kate. In my opinion, we see a lot of people scrambling, uh, and what happens, whenever things get tighter, right? It's you will see more flailing. Please, sir, I'd like some more. Yeah. So, we'll just have to see. You know, dog finds his they do what they do to investigate, and then they will give it to the FBI, and then the FBI looks at it. That's what they do. That's what they do. It's not like he comes and arrests you, um, or anything. It's nothing like that. And I think a lot of people thinks like, oh well, he's working outside. Well, yeah, he is working outside. He's hold on one second. One second. So, uh Kate, I think that's really unlikely that I don't think like again, if there is foul play, I don't think, and if Sebastian is gone, I don't think they're likely to move him. I think again, if there is foul play, I believe that there is foul play in my opinion. And if he is no longer with us, I think he is hidden very well. Very, very well. Um, especially if this was premeditated. If this was premeditated, then I know he is hidden very well because you have time to think on it. Um, gave us too much. Yeah. What did that say? They gave us too much morphine and I was running up and down the halls naked. Well, haven't done that. Have not done that. I still feel Sebastian never made it home Sunday night after dinner. Um, I don't know. I feel like he did. I feel like he did. Otherwise, uh, for a number of reasons, you could be right. Reality, you could be right, but from the time that Katie left the restaurant to the time the neighbors saw her in the driveway, pulling in the driveway and going into the garage. Now you can't see even who's driving, but it was, I think, less than 15 minutes. All right, fine, Summer. And another thing, I really think, to be quite honest with you, I think, in my opinion, he was taken out of that house early, very early into the evening. I think probably 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And I think the 3 a.m. thing was a cleanup. I think it was a cleanup. Um, I don't, I think these people, whoever took Sebastian, knew where the cameras obviously was. And I believe people were around that weekend. And I think this was they had him take out the trash, uh, thinking that the cameras could see him, and they can see a figure, but they can't see who it was. And I think at 3 o'clock, at least I believe he was alive when they took him out. I believe he was on his way out when he was taken out. I don't believe he had perished, in my opinion, but I believe based upon what I based upon there's no, which I don't even know if they use cadaver dogs inside. Do you have the video footage of that, Justin? Can you no, nobody's seen that footage. Nobody's seen that footage. Yeah, Callie. And that recording, the audio recording, I believe. I absolutely believe it. I think because when that the first person who downloaded that recording, when you download it, it's in a separate file of its own, and you can like it took a lot to bring the sound forward, and because it's far away. It's far away for a microphone, you can tell. And the sound that you hear at the end, I don't ask anybody to believe it. I don't ask anybody. I never push that on anybody. If you think it's fake, fine. That is absolutely your right, because I cannot tell you that this is legit because they won't speak to me. And but I will say, when the person got that, I will say uh people called back very quickly. People called back. There was authorities that called back very quickly. Um oh, hold on. Let's address it. Oh, someone said something. Let's see. Was there a troll or something? Did I miss something? Well, Harry, this is the thing. This is my channel, and I will talk about what I choose. And if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. This is a commentary channel, and you're welcome to join us if you're respectful. And if you're not, then scroll on by. Have a good day. Um, so you know, that's the thing. Well, Titch, I am normally skeptical about most things, especially if someone sends me something like that, right? If something sends me something like that. So So, anyone know? Um, he has it, and to be honest with you, the person that got it, and I hope she doesn't take this the wrong way. I hope she doesn't take this the wrong way. Um, but the person who got it was sent it, and they sent it to a few creators, and you don't even know this file is on there unless you look the right way. And she found it, and she's a psychic. And so that immediate respectfully, and I mean this respectfully, I hope she knows that. That immediately puts doubt in a lot of people's mind because, to be honest with you, it did mine as well. It put doubt in my mind because I was like, oh, it's not, because you guys know, like, I don't, whatever you believe, uh, well, Harry, you're welcome. You're welcome to feel that way. I think uh, the truth serum um, is a non-viable option. I think it's pretty ridiculous. But regardless, I am free to speak about what I want respectfully. Um, just as if you create a channel, you're able to speak about what you want to speak about, but you can't tell me. I think that's the problem on YouTube a lot, is people want you to talk about the things that, right, like if they don't agree with you, well, they should do this, well, they should do that. Well, that's what every channel is for. You have people that probably agree with you more than they don't, that's why they watch you, or for some other reason, but we're not an echo chamber here for sure. But the only thing I ask is, I mean, you can't say what I should and shouldn't talk about because that's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. So you can say, I wished you wouldn't speak about that. I can understand that. Um, and I'll hear that, right? But just blatantly saying don't talk about this, that doesn't really work with me. So there's that. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Well, I think when you, um, there is people on here that just want to tear each other down, right? I don't The only people that I have no respect for, none, is people that are mean to children, animals, handicap, someone that can't defend themselves, right? And I probably left one or two out, right? Or they'll want to um, put everything in one basket, right? You're just this awful human because you did this, you made this mistake uh 4 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but you've really tried to better yourself. uh but no, they just want to constantly just drag, and I don't want to be remembered as somebody like that. I want to be remembered as trying to lift people up, because the internet is forever. And you know who's a yeah, it's Dog the Bounty Hunter. uh he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. And what did he, there's many of us. And how did you know? Oh, thank you, DNA. They do, Ohio, they do. And um you know I can find something in common with, we can find something in common with everyone. And if you have a hater, it's not good to just fire back, because it doesn't do anything. um it just doesn't do anything. Someone sent an audio to a psychic. Well, they sent it wasn't just an audio, it was a file. uh Mr. Oh, hello, knowing Samantha, good to see you. In my opinion, if KP is involved, I believe she is suspicious of CP, and maybe that's why she acts the way she does in those interviews. um did Molly give did you give Molly CP's phone number? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I really appreciate and respect that you are. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. um I bet. Didn't the dog say most of the time it is parents? Well, it is. I mean, if there is if there is a missing child, right? Um Now, to be clear, most of missing the children do run away. That is a fact. Overwhelming majority. I mean, 98-ish%, 97, somewhere around in there. Um and about, out of that 97%, about 2% is foul play with someone the child knows, usually in the home. Justin, when did you think he was removed? Not 3 a.m. I don't. I mean, he could have been Jennifer from Jersey. Could have been, but I kind of think he was removed earlier. She was. You guys. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. She called. I got that. I had that this morning in my uh message. she. It was like a 12-second call or something. It was really quick. Uh, she called. I was shocked. She called him. Marissa called Mr. Foot, and she said hi. It was basically a few words. Hi, my name is Molly Golightly. And then she said, and he's like, who? And he's like, my name is Molly Golightly. And he's like, well, that doesn't mean a thing to me. And she's like, well, that should, fucker, you're on my rate, or something like that now, or something like that. All eyes on you now, mother chicken, pretty much. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Um, I mean, I think Chris met someone who could be just as mean as he could when she wanted to be. I don't have it on my hold on. I might have it on still on my phone. I don't know if I deleted it or not. I can play the audio, which is all it is. Excuse me. I got the hiccups now.
Hi, can we speak to Chris Pepper, please? This is Molly Golightly. First off, let me ask you this question. I'm Molly Golightly. Well, it shouldn't mean shit to you. Because you want to know something, dude? You are a straight up fucking fraud. And I'm going to make sure everybody fucking knows all eyes are on you, motherfucker. Good night. There you go.
She's Jersey. She's Jersey. Could y'all hear that? It's kind of hard to hear Mr. Foot. Molly, she has a soft heart when it comes to missing kids. She really does. And that's why she gets like so enraged because she's a beast, but she's also really sensitive with kids. Does she have you blocked, Debbie? I'll tell her. Debbie, send me your link and I'll text it to her. She's going to get PO now. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. I mean, like, that's one person probably the Foots don't want to mess with, because if you know her husband and I know Adrian, I mean, I've text with him we used to talk a lot more when Marissa and I were close. But we used to text and chat all the time, and he's one you don't want to mess with. I'll just tell you that. He is one you don't want to mess with, because he will cut someone. Like, he is all New York, and he will do things that he's like an attorney, he's a banker, he does a lot of stuff, and he knows a lot of people. He went to where did he go? He went to, I think it was the same school as Trump did, Wharton Business School of Finance or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Others with better technology heard foaming of the mouth gone too far. Lock the doors. Lock the doors. Yeah, I don't. I know. I agree with some of that, Jennifer. But I don't agree with all of that. It may have been on Bridge Channel last night. I heard she said she was going to play it last night, but I was out. I was out way too quick. The Proud Fits. Well, Karen, I mean, you can only ask yourself, why would a mother, no matter how much you disagreed, no matter how much you envied, no matter how much disdain that you had for your ex, this is the time that you two should be in lockstep with one another. And that's just not happening with the feet. It's just not happening. That is what others have said. I heard go home. Jennifer, yeah, I think it's go home, in my opinion. Yeah. Justin, if you want or are interested, let me know to help with the audio without interruptions. Okay, guidance. I've got a pretty good sound on it. I think it's about as good as it's going to get personally, but I don't really I kind of feel uncomfortable speaking about it because it's one of those things that's kind of controversial, uh and I can just tell you what I think on it, but I can't tell you 100% on anything because I can't nobody will speak with me. And no, it's definitely not a spirit box. I can promise you that it's not a spirit box. Um it's definitely not a spirit box. Uh I think spirit boxes are, sorry if I offend anybody, but I think they're pretty much BS, to be quite honest with you. Um yeah, Dan, I mean I don't, I think it's, oh, gotcha, guidance, gotcha. I think you remember in our cars back in the day, whenever you would hit, what was it? It was seek, and what was the other one? Seek and scan, I think it was, in our cars and our boom boxes and stuff. That's all it is. That's all a those spirit boxes are. That's literally all it is, y'all. Um yeah, scan, yeah. Yeah, Hatter's Madness. You have to, most people are listening to the higher frequency when they listen to it, but you have to listen to it you have to listen to the low tones so you can understand. It's makes it very clear. Where is the audio from? Um, it's from a woman in Tennessee, and that I do know, who originally posted very, very, very shortly after Sebastian went missing. Yeah, I think spirit boxes are scams. Hey, Heidi. Yeah, this was it was sent, and I do know for a fact that they called back very quickly. And what else? Yeah, the person that originally had it, the person that posted it, I have tried to contact numerous times, and they will not respond now. I've listened to some spirit sessions covering Sebastian, and there is only one lady's in question, and the responses she got were amazing. But these apps, yeah, um, I don't know. Again, psychics are something that is controversial in itself. right? Oh, I do too, troopers. I personally do. Yeah. Got yesterday asking if the Proudfits are cleared. Well, I can tell you that nobody is cleared. I mean, whether they're on, any of them are on their radar and they are just telling us nobody's a suspect. If they are publicly telling us nobody is a suspect, then you cannot be cleared of anything if you're not a suspect or a person of interest. So it's ridiculous to say someone is cleared of something when they've never been named a suspect. Right. Um, Closest I've come to believing ghosts is once when I was cold and I got a chill and thought my late mother was purpling my. Oh, well, I had a ghost like experience on June 15th, 2022. And that is the only ghost experience that I've ever had. Never believed in anything like it. Ever. Ever. Um, and I haven't had one after that, and I hope I never have it again. Uh, yes, I sure did, guidance. Yes, the one in the shower. The one in the shower. There was 2 scenarios that day. Yes, within 2 hours apart of each other. Uh, I just, thought it was really people just wishing it happened. But yeah, I was right. We said Tim Mullins. I was talking shit about him too. I was talking horrible. I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna be down here. I was like, Tim Mullins. Um, my ghost story. Um, so it was Summer Wells' first year of being missing. It was the anniversary of her being missing. I was in a local hotel by myself and I was getting ready to, I had my stuff pretty much packed up and everything, took a shower. And while I was in the shower, I am setting up, got shampoo in my hair and all that. And the doors, like it's glass, like 2 doors of it's a big glass and it's a walk-in shower. It's with just tile on the floor, you know, and there's no shelves at all in there. It's all tile and it only has like soap dispensers on the wall where you can like get the soap out. But anyway, I don't ever use that shampoo, but uh I shampooed my hair and all that. And while I was shampooing my hair and rinsing my face, I hear cling, cling. And I'm like, what the hell was that? I was like, what the hell is that? And I looked down and there is a dime and there is a penny on the floor. Well, I don't carry cash with me. Um, my hoo-ha can't give change. And I was like, where the hell did it come from? So I'm in the shower, like I'm looking for like freaking cameras or anything. You never know, in these places anymore. And like I'm looking and there's like nowhere where did it come from? And I'm freaked out because I don't believe in this stuff. I don't believe in it. I'm not with those psychics, or I support people if they want to believe what they want to believe. If you want to believe in psychics or whatever, but it's not for me. And I'm like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's roll. Let's roll. Come on, Justin. Talk to yourself. We'll check out. Let's go. And exactly. Ask him for bills next time. And so I go, I call, I think I called ICU or something. I was freaked the hell out. And then I go to where Summer was the last place one of the last places she was seen, which was at, we call it the horse pond, or the horse stable. And it's a really serene area where she went swimming last. And I'm in my car though, and I'm parked in the parking lot. Yeah, and it was, oh yeah, and it was a penny and a dime. Scratch what I just said out about the horse pond and stuff. It was a penny and a dime. And people's like, and they said, well, what kind of coin was it? And I said, one was a penny and one was a dime. And I was like, they were like 110. And Summer Wells, her address was 110 Ben Hill Road. And I was like, shut the fuck up. No, 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 no. I don't need any of that. Lord help me. Plead the blood of Jesus. Plead the blood of Jesus. So that freaked me out. So then I go to the horse pond. Hey, another good to see you, honey. And I go to the horse pond and I am talking. I'm in my car and I got the phone up and all that. And I'm telling them what happened. And I walked around the area a little bit before that and I got in my car and I look over and Tim Mullins is right beside of me, like parked over here. And I was just talking like crap about him, but I didn't really care about that. And I was like, guys, Tim Mullins is here. And there was like, was you just talking to him, Justin? And I was like, why would I talk to him? Why would I talk to Tim? And they were like, we heard another person you talking with. And I'm like, guys, I am in the car by myself. And then, Ziggy, she's like all into that stuff. And she's like, she went live, she clipped it. She's like, oh my God, y'all, did y'all just hear that? Another realm. It really was, because I really didn't believe too much into that. But now I do believe, I mean, I've always believed in, I guess, spirits, if you will. I believe, I obviously believe in God. That's everything to me. But uh and I believed in angels, and I believe uh in like the Holy Spirit and all of that, but I never believed like they could, you know, make coins fall from out of my hotel room. You know what I mean? So, but I try to respect everyone's beliefs, you know, everyone's. I don't, if you are or don't believe, I respect everyone's as far as if they choose to, um, because that's something very personal to a person. And I think as, if you're religious in any sort of religion, it should be peaceful and non-judgmental toward others who may believe like you or not believe like you. Don't pick up a penny unless it's heads up. Um, no, actually, I actually don't. I pick up any penny personally, uh, because I for a couple reasons. I feel like because it's got God's name on it. I don't want it on the ground. This is just me personally. And number 2, don't ever bitch about money if even a penny's in front of you. You know what I mean? That's just my 2 things. So I always, if I see any penny on the ground, even if it's in front of the president of the United States, I will pick it up because I promised God that a long time ago. So that's my belief though. So um and there's been times where I'm like, God, I really don't want to pick this penny up. It's like there's a lot of people here. But I do it every time. Every single time. And I'm like, Lord, you're testing me. Yes, Bree, I have that penny and dime still. Yeah. I just don't think it's respectful. No pennies in Canada. Well, Canadians are smart. Canadians are smart. We shouldn't have pennies either, to be honest with you. We shouldn't have pennies either because it costs over a penny and a half to make a penny. It doesn't make sense. If I see any coin on the ground and it's not face up, I reach down and flip it over and leave it be. I rarely pick up coins off there. I always pick up every time. I survived a fatal car wreck, and when they took one of my cast off my arm, the scar looks like a feather. Oh, that's cool, Nana Banana. I'm sorry you went through that. God, the ones who was lost. A silver penny's worth a lot of money. Yes. Oh yeah, penny loafers. Yeah. Yeah. They still make loafers. I just don't think you can put a penny in them. I like loafers. Sometimes they're called like men's driving shoes or something like that. Yeah. So, yes. So it's a 1943 pennies worth a lot. Collect error coins, Thomas? I didn't even know there was such a thing. I guess there's error coins. I remember hearing back when I used to work at the restaurant industry, someone leaves you a penny. It's a complaint. Guidance, that's a complaint. If they leave you a penny, that's like the worst diss they can give you. That's not a compliment. Pennies are important. You can go to a bank and demand $1 in exchange for 99 cents. Really? You can demand $1 for 99 cents? Yeah, it's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. I respect anyone waiting tables too. I've done it. It sucks. It's hard to put it in a bag to cash out. Oh, that's nice, Heather. That's very nice. I have some, what are they called? Arrowhead pennies. They've got like the Native Americans on it. They're very old. That on my first day of trying wage. Oh, if you've worked in any sort of food service, you are so patient with others. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the arrowhead pennies, Indian heads. Yeah. I have a few. They're in like glass tubes, not glass tubes, plastic tubes, and they are never ever ever circulated. I think they're called wheat pennies. They look like they were just came off the press. They are like they did just come off the press. They've never been circulated at all. And they're wheat pennies. They're very, very, they're pretty old. We do the round up or round down without pennies. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think we should do, honestly. They are pretty. I'll try to. I think I know where they're at, somewhere in my house. Some people are impatient and unkind. Absolutely. Everything is a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience. There were times where I went into the kitchen and cried. Like, people can be so mean. So mean. Like, nobody likes getting their food wrong, right? Nobody likes getting their food wrong. But sometimes the cooks mess it up, right? Sometimes you mess it up, but it's always taken out on the waiter or the waitress. And so that's kind of the hard part. They don't get their food fast. It's your fault. I was the only female cook in a line of cook of men. Torture some days. Yeah. Buffalo head pennies. My daughter works at drive-through. Well, like, you mess up someone's burger, like, they will cut you, right? Like, and it's annoying. I get it. Especially if you're like getting fast food and you get all the way home and you didn't check it. Oh, it pisses you off. It does, but people are human and we are full of error. My ex stole all my collection. Find him. Find him, Faye. Tell him you want it back. Or tell him you're going in that home. And 640 people are going to help. Okay? Then we're coming. Yeah, Jen. It's getting nasty with people. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help them. It doesn't change what happened. Right. Um, you know, like, when my kids were tiny, the kids break a lot of stuff, right? They break a lot of stuff, glasses, dishes, whatever. And I never got mad, ever got mad. There was no need to get mad. It, what? I mean, I can't rewind it. Accidents are just that, they're accidents. And it's not like they intentionally just, you know what I mean? I don't even know. I just know that they're wheat coins, JB. I'll have to look at them. I've worked in banking and in the food service. Limited people are more angry over their food order being messed up. Mm. Yes. Yes. So does mine, Elisa. So does mine. I tell you, one of my cats, like, he used to, when he was little, he would knock off all my flower pots when I feel like I had sitting up. My only day was waitressing. A female ordered rare burgers, then went to my manager and I served them rare burgers. I got yelled at and quit. Yep. Had the best store manager when I was pregnant with my twins. You have twins, reality? That's awesome. It's an experience, isn't it? A customer came in hostile over a wallet. He threatened me, told him to, yeah, it helps if you've got a good manager, especially in the food business. And it really is. It is our learning tool. It is our learning tool. And that's what, I wish people would understand a lot with kids, because kids make mistakes, right? They, as the older we get, the more wisdom we get because of the mistakes that we have made. And it's a learning process for kids. And so things that we have already learned, that shouldn't be done or not to say or not to do, they haven't yet. And then you get people like Mr. Foot, who completely just, I don't think he is made for children, to be honest with you. I don't think he's made for children. Oh, that's awesome, reality. Okay, Faye, gotcha. That'll be good. Once went out Sunday afternoon with my family. The waiter didn't even put my order in. By the time uh, they brought my food out, everyone. I've had that happen, Dana. I had that happen before. Yep, sure have. You will. Let's see. Yeah, only Mr. Foot loves Mr. Foot. Um, what about that emergency hearing? That's something, isn't it? I think that's not going to probably go well for him. Managed a shower by myself since. Oh, how are you doing, Another Realm? Well, that's an accomplishment, though. That's an accomplishment. Yes, we'll do an honor flight to Washington, D.C. memorials. They will do a last call on flight. Oh, Jacqueline, that is so touching. God bless him. I just want to give him a hug. I love elderly people. Love them. So full of wisdom. Um um so let me see if I still have it up here. Here you go. I've still got it up. This is what Mr. Foot, this is part of his hearing that he did, and it states, respondent denies the allegation set forth in paragraph 5 of the verified emergency motion for custody of minor child and demands strict proof thereof. There is no foul play involved in the missing teenager's case. The article is the only piece of news coverage that mentions foul play out of numerous others, and the respondent and his wife have been cleared by authorities. There is no safety threat to the minor child, and while there is an ongoing investigation, there is no danger. That's not going to go well in a number of ways, in my opinion, for the future. Original Living 8091 put, look who lied in court to get visitation in custody. Just leaked Proudfoot document. A couple things. You just stated and sworn that nobody is in harm's way, which I'm sure Betty's attorney will thank you for that. Thank you for that. Um, Number two, if you are you've not been cleared because nobody's been cleared. Claim no danger. Yes. Yeah. By the way, Terry Lynn is having um a search sometimes in September. I need to find out when it was. I think it was like the 15th or the 18th. Oh, JB, I can't. Well, I think one was like a 2011. I don't remember the other one, to be honest with you. 14th. And um and the other one is, let me see here. Um do I know where you got your name from? No. Your butterflies are free to fly. I know there's a book called Butterflies Are Free to Fly, but I don't know where you got your name from. I didn't know it was a song. Many called to verify they are not clear. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. It, Justin, Seth asked Dog to help him. Did Seth ask Dog to help him? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know, but I'm glad that he is. Is that an Elton John song? Uh, he has money and Nina doesn't. Therefore, he believes he can buy custody from the court. I think it's a good way to put it. But listen, if Nina, I would help Nina if she ever needed help, because no way Nina cannot live without her child. Number one, there is no way in hell he's going to get full custody. There's no way in hell. How could he get? She's had her daughter the entire time for what, 6 years? Oh my god. I mean, Nina is one that I would put her cash, like, if she ever needed help, oh hell, I would help her. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. She would, Marlena. If she ever needs it, I will help her myself. Um, he has no problem ripping her daughter of 7 years. Yeah, he doesn't care. He's pitiful. He is absolutely pitiful. 1 second, I'm getting it. One channel said Nina was faking. That is not faking. I've never believed someone so more in my life. You couldn't fake, she couldn't fake that ever. She was heartbroken whenever her child was gone. Can you imagine a kid just went missing and her father and stepmother could allegedly, potentially, possibly, maybe have something to do with it? Can you imagine? Is no, no mystic. She's not. She's been gone since what the end of July, something like that. Which you could feel her pain. Yes, you could feel that woman's pain. You could physically feel it with that her pain. And you know what I don't get? Like, you would think they would have taken some days off or something like that, but they were gone all day, all day during the summer. They just got nights and whenever a day or two that they got off a week. That's all. That's what they got all summer. Otherwise, she was with a babysitter. I can't either, to be honest with you. But the thing was, it's a technicality because again, they're not suspects, right? They're not suspects. So if they have not been named suspects, it's hard to stop that. Now, I would have asked my attorney to fight more of not because they are suspects, but because a child went missing from this house and they don't know why this child is missing. There's no evidence that he walked out of the house alone. Yes, there may be no suspects, but there is a child missing, right? I wouldn't have done it as pushing it off on the feet. I would have done it more as there's a child missing from this home and we have no idea what happened. So, oh, I agree, Dana. In my I honestly don't think CP even cares about. I agree, Marlena. I agree. Um, can also mean her child is in danger in that home also since one child went poof. Yes. You can't know if they're in danger when you claim you don't know what happened. Well, I mean, I see your point, but yeah, I mean, you don't know what happened. And there is no evidence that he walked out. And so they did say that they were taking more in an investigative approach. So, I think if there's no proof that he walked out on his own, then that's that says something to me. Unless you thought, yeah, Bear, you're right. I did not catch if any of y'all Nicknames. How you doing, Misty? Love to know what probable cause they used to search that Warrenton landfill. And let me tell you something. It wasn't just it. The trash was heavier. The trash was heavier. I think this. I believe that they know more, a lot more. But I believe this is something that's tedious that they have to really put together. Right? Claims he knows exactly what happened. Sebastian stepped out of the front porch and poof, just vanished. Yeah, if he had stepped out on the front porch, number one, he would have been seen. Number two, there's a scent of him inside, in the front yard, and in the backyard. So if there is a scent of him in the front yard, the backyard, and the inside, wherever he walked, there should be a scent, right? And there's none, which tells us he didn't walk anywhere, right? He didn't walk anywhere. So if he didn't walk anywhere, someone took him out. They forgot the shoes, though. God always finds a way. It's like that was a big thing right there. A big thing. Yeah, I mean it's not even, I mean it is common sense, but it's more of just basic, I guess common sense is the thing. Yeah. I mean, if and that's the part that nobody wants to talk about that supports them, right? That's the part they don't want to talk about. Well, they say, "Well, I believe he walked out. I believe he walked out." Okay. All right. Based on what? You know, I believe I'm a Mercedes. Okay? I'm not, right? Based on what? Because even authorities have said there is nothing of him walking out, right? If he's got a scent inside, we know that there was. I can now tell you for sure there was a scent of him outside, in the front yard, and in the backyard. They picked up scents. Now, how those scents was, couldn't tell you. His most recent one of him being out there, right? But if there was scent, that means there should be a scent to anywhere he walked. And there is no way a child barefooted is not going to leave a scent. There's no way a child with shoes or anyone with shoes is not going to leave a scent. You can't help it. It's nothing you can help. We all have our own scent. Part of the script, if they claimed he ran away, that would be false reporting. Oh, it absolutely would be. It absolutely would be, Just Jen. Absolutely. Yes, that's a charge in of itself. Um, could they have cleaned up the yard with some chemicals? No, there's no, no. You see, guys, you gotta. I know a lot of people think like, well, this could have happened, and like some wild things out there, but we got to remember there's not a lot of time to someone between being injured or unalived and being or hidden before you have to the person has to move that person, right? Time's a ticking. And so they have to move the people, right? And the person, and do whatever with them and clean up anything after them, right? So that takes like an additional step, and there's just not a lot of time. Michelle, thank you. This gives me hope. I know that's not the only. Yes, there is always, always mistakes. There is no such thing as a perfect crime. You just have to find the part, right? You just have to find the part. And, I was what did that comp tell me? It was it was probably a year ago, but he said, sometimes we know people are guilty. We know it. We know it. Like, we know it. But we just don't have what we're looking for. We can't prove it. And he said something else. We can't prove it, or it's just not the right time. That's always stuck with me. All right, guys. Well, I have to jump off here. I love you all. I will be back at 6 o'clock this evening, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Clutch Them Pearls. Make sure you hit the reminder button, notification button on that, and that way you'll get an alert. Elisa, I really don't know who that is, but I seen it, and that was horrendous. That was horrendous. It was. Love you all. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys at 6:30. Thank you, Jessica, Reality, Michelle. Appreciate you. Thank you, mods, members, everyone being here. We got a lot to cover this evening, so batten down the hatches. It's going to be a long one. Good night. Good night. See, I'm used to. See you on a little bit. Love you guys. Bye bye.